Hello and welcome to the next tutorial in this series. This tutorial is going to cover a database we have called Mintel. Mintel is our very best resource for researching consumer attitudes and behaviors. And the way Mintel works is like this. They will pick a topic regarding consumer attitudes and behaviors, for example, the impact of COVID-19 on restaurant takeout and delivery. The folks at Mintel will then conduct interviews with approximately 2,000 people from all across the United States, from every age group, from every ethnic group, from every region of the country, and from every income bracket. There are several other categories as well, but by using these interviews, Mintel is able to produce timely and relevant reports on different topics regarding consumer behavior. So the way to get to Mintel is to start on the library's homepage at library.flagler.edu. Come to this tab right here for articles and databases. And you can choose databases by subject, so we can go to business administration and see all the databases we have for business. Or if we already know which database we want to use, we can just go back to our home page here and choose a database by the letter it starts with. In this case, it's M for Mintel. There's our link for Mintel. And Mintel is always going to ask you to accept their terms of use for your first session of the day. So you'll just have to click in that box to agree to the terms of use and click on continue here. And then you will end up on the home page for Mintel where you can start browsing reports or you can start searching for reports. The easiest way to use Mintel is just to use the search engine that is right here on the left-hand side of the page to do keyword searches. And I'm just going to use restaurant as my keyword and hit the search button here. This will bring up all of the reports or articles that Mintel has published with the keyword restaurant somewhere in it. So if we scroll down here, the most recently published reports are going to be up here at the top. And you'll see this one right here on restaurant takeout and delivery, US July 2020. You'll also notice in the reports here, if it includes the COVID-19 impact, you'll see that little green rectangle there that tells you that the report includes the impact of COVID-19. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that link there to go to the report for restaurant takeout and delivery with the impact of COVID-19. There is a lot of information that goes into these reports, and what I would like to direct your attention to first are the actual interview questions that these 2,000 consumers all across the United States were asked by Mintel. And the way to see that is to download the data book right there. You'll see it's got that Excel icon right next to it. And this will allow you to download an Excel file that will show you all of the interview questions and how they were responded to by people who Mintel spoke with. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up that Excel spreadsheet so you can see what it looks like here. You'll see here on this very first page of the Excel workbook what all of the questions were that were asked. And the way to get to those questions and responses is just to come down here to the bottom and view them by tab. So if we're looking at question 1 here, you'll see the question that was asked, and in this case it is, which of the following ways have you ordered food from restaurants in the past 3 months? Please select all that apply. And then here's the percentage of people who answered those questions and selected those answers there. And let me go ahead and just format this here a little bit so we can see what all the responses were a little more clearly. So in this case, 35% of the respondents selected the answer that they ordered pickup directly from a restaurant online or through an app. If you are interested in seeing how these questions were answered demographically, then what you want to do is come over here to this tab for question 1 by demographics. And what we're going to be looking at here is the same question, but it's going to be broken down by all these different demographic categories. For example, in the age group of 18 to 24, we'll notice that 38% said that they called and ordered pickup directly from a restaurant, whereas 29% said they called and ordered delivery directly from a restaurant. This gets very, very detailed as you begin to scroll down here. It may be that you are interested in a particular demographic category, such as income or age, and you can see how these questions are answered based on age and income, or the type of area that they live in, whether or not they have children in their household, what level of education the respondents had. And as you continue to scroll down here, you'll just see how many categories that they have. So for example, maybe your research that you're doing, you wanted to focus on the differences between male and female and how they've responded to restaurant takeout and delivery during COVID-19. So here you can see how many men answered a question a specific way or how many women answered a question a specific way. You can see them by their age as well. And you'll just see as you continue to scroll down, just like I said, one category after another after another. So if you want to see exactly how Mintel is getting the information that goes into the report, this is where it's going to come from. And that was from the data book that we see here on the page that is dedicated to this report. Now, if you would like just a quick summary of the report, if you don't want to read through every one of those questions, the way to do that is to come down here a little bit and come to the report overview. And what the report overview will do by clicking that link right there will take you to the very first part of the report itself. Unfortunately, there is no way in Mintel to see the whole report all at once or to download the report all at once. So the way to navigate through this report is just to use this drop-down menu up here, and you can go to any particular chapter of the report. So in this report, if you wanted to see what's working or what's struggling or what's next as it all relates to consumer attitudes with respect to restaurant takeout and delivery, specifically with the impact of COVID-19 on it, then that's what you would want to do is just come right there to that specific part of the report in the drop-down menu, and that will take you to that part of the report. The other thing you can do is use these arrows right here, and that will take you from one part of the report to the next. Let's go ahead and take a look at, for example, what's working. So what's working right now in the restaurant industry with takeout and delivery? So for example, all restaurants have become go-to restaurants. Contactless off-premise solutions are proliferating. And here you can see quotes from some of the interview respondents, so you can see exactly what some of their thoughts are with respect to some of the questions that they've been asked. As we continue to scroll down here, curbside pickup rapidly expands. Delivery-friendly foods are in demand. So as you work through this report by looking at this drop-down menu up here or going page by page with these arrows, all these chapter headings are just very self-explanatory. This will tell you, exactly what that section of the report is going to have in it. So all in all, Mintel is a very user-friendly database. It's easy to use and to search for content within it. And let me go right back here to our home page for Mintel. And just to refresh your memory that the easiest way to search Mintel is to use the search engine that you see right here on their homepage here in the sort of upper left-hand corner. And should you need any help using this database, I would just like to point out, again, as I do at the end of every video, that help is available to you from the librarians at the Proctor Library. And anytime that we are open for business, you are welcome to walk in and ask to speak to a librarian. You can specifically ask for me, Blake Pridgeon, as the business librarian, or you can just go ahead and use our Ask a Librarian service, and you can send us a text message or you can email us using the form that's linked right here and submit your question. A librarian will respond to you ASAP, and we can help you through text or email if you don't want to come into the library. So I hope this tutorial was helpful, and let us know if you have any questions at all or if you need any help using this resource.